And
Yeah, go live. Hi guys, sorry, bear with us.
yes.
We're all settled.
Okay, so where I say
Okay.
right up here.
I got you, Kara.
You do?
All right, we got an echo again. What's going on with the
I
echo?
wasn't even in yet.
I don't know why that is.
Is that
We're
better?
working on the echo. Sorry, guys.
Am I in there yet?
Not yet. We are still looking for you, Kara.
Okay. Oh, sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
Everything.
Okay, I'm inviting you, Kara.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that it's all on our Facebook pages.
Okay.
I see you, Slate. Okay.
Holy
There
smokes.
you are. Yay. So here we are, everybody. Wonderful.
Okay, there's feedback again.
Woo! Who's got the echo?
Okay, I swear it's not me.
I don't know.
All right. Better? Maybe it was me. I'm completely not trustworthy with technology, I promise. Okay, but we're all here and we're not echoing.
I think
And
we're
I see
here.
lots of people joining. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Wonderful.
Good evening, everybody. I see Judy and Sherry. Oh, it's so great to see you guys. All right. So welcome to a seamless first episode of Killer Author Club. And you guys have to bear with us because as we said in our little announcement video, we're not the technology people. We're just authors, but we're going to do our best. And we're going to hopefully keep it fun for you. And we're so glad that you're here with us tonight. So I am in charge of welcoming you. So this is the official welcome. Welcome to the first episode of the Killer Author Club. I'm Killer Kara Ruda, and with my co-host, Killer Kimberly Belle and Killer Heather Gudenkopf, we are thrilled to welcome you to our show. All right, so all you on Instagram, bear with us for a minute because we have a special introduction that can only be seen on Facebook. Go ahead, Kimberly.
Go.
Thought you really loved me, guess I was wrong. Thought you'd never leave me, guess I was dumb. Waited like forever to be your plus one, but I guess you were done.
Yay.
Awesome, are we?
Official intro for those of you who could see it. Okay, so the Killer Author Club was established because we were 3 authors with books coming out during the continuing pandemic, looking for a new and different way to engage with you guys, our readers. So in addition to talking about whatever books we might have coming out, as well as some amazing guest authors and their books, we'd like to talk about why we write the kind of books that we write. I mean, specifically, why do such seemingly nice people love to kill? In fiction, of course. So without further ado, my co-host, Killer Heather, will introduce our very first guest, who is our very own killer, Kimberly Belle.
Yes. So Kimberly Belle is the USA Today internationally best-selling author of 7 novels, including My Darling Husband, which is out now. Run out and pick it up. I guarantee you'll be in for several hours of thrills and chills. You'll love it. And she's also the author of The Marriage Lie, which was a Goodreads Choice Award semifinalist for Best Mystery and Thriller. Her books have been published in more than a dozen languages and have been optioned for film and television. Go, Kimberly, yes. And she's a graduate of Agnes Scott College, and Kimberly divides her time between Amsterdam and Atlanta. So we are so happy. But let me tell you a little bit about My Darling Husband. Okay, so picture this. Jade and Cam Lasky are, by all accounts, a happy married couple. They have 2 adorable, precocious kids, a spacious home, and a business that is just booming, and in the restaurant business. And their world is suddenly tipped upside down when suddenly a home invader shows up at Jade and Cam's home and takes Jade and her 2 children hostage. So while Cam is just busily trying to scramble to get the money together, Jade figures out that her husband isn't quite the man she thought he was and has lots of secrets, and she figures out they weren't as financially well off as he portrayed their life to be. So you have to pick it up. It is a thrill ride. I guarantee it. And it's got riveting twists and turns. And once again, we know why Kimberly is one of the queens of suspense. So congratulations, Kimberly, on another fabulous read.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been fun. It's a whole week old today.
Yes. Happy
Wow.
1 week birthday. So Kimberly, I think you brought something special to share with everybody today.
I did. So we have killer cocktails. That's one of our things. And so I have a Paloma. If you guys know Paloma, if I start slurring my words, it's because there's tequila in it. But here is the recipe. So it's a little bit of tequila, some grapefruit juice, and sparkling water. I do not love a simple syrup or nectar. I like my drinks a little tart. So this one is super tart with some lime juice, and I skipped the sea salt on the rim because I'm lazy. This is my killer drink for tonight.
Yeah.
So let's hope I don't get silly because, there goes dry January.
Yes. Well,
Right,
my question is, what is the temperature where you're at? Because you're in Atlanta.
I'm in Atlanta right now, and it's actually gotten really chilly for us. I mean, it was 70 degrees, and then it got down to, kind of freezing probably at night. And then today, I think it got up to 50 or so. But it's sunny, so it feels warm. It's nice. But for us, it's very cold.
Yes.
Let me guess, Heather, you're frosty.
Yeah.
It is freezing where I'm at.
Literally.
Literally. And it actually warmed up a bit today. It got to like 32 for a high, but we're going to be back to below zero wind chills in a day or so. So I have Bailey's and hot chocolate.
Claire probably has
courage.
sex on the beach or something fun. Because she lives on the beach.
I just have some simple Sauvignon Blanc. That's all I could get to. As you know, we were all scrambling around, but yes, it's kind of beachy. And I was looking for rosé because that's what we do around here, but I didn't have any, so this will have to do.
I do notice that you have on short sleeves.
I do.
Rub it in, Kara.
I'm sorry, guys. I know it took me a long time to get out here, so I love it. It's awesome. But anyway, all right, guys. So let's have a cheers to all of you guys who are tuning in. Thank you very much. And whatever killer cocktail you have, we hope it's good. If you're doing dry January, that's okay too.
Yeah, and if you do have a special beverage, drop what you have in the comments so we can see what you're drinking tonight too. So
cheers.
Are people having trouble hearing? I'm just looking here. So somebody's asking, is anybody else having trouble on Instagram? So let us know if you're having trouble on Instagram hearing us.
And if you are, we don't know what to do about it. We're really sorry. Somebody's drinking water. That's great, Judy. Hydrate. Good idea. Okay, you guys, are we ready to move to our next segment? Even though people cannot hear us? Okay. All right. So this is the segment, the important part of the Killer Author Club. Going forward, this is what we're going to do to all the authors who appear here. And do we have our screenshot of what it is?
Wait, what is it? Oh, is this the badge?
This is the big question.
Oh.
Okay, I'll just say what the big question
is.
Kimberly, the Killer Author Club wants to know, why do you kill? That's the question.
And here's the funny thing. I bet you guys get asked this a whole lot, right? Because, look at us. We kind of we look normal, right? We don't look like we've got a gun or a knife in our pockets. We don't look like we, I kind of have lived a charmed life. I grew up in a house with 2 parents and a bunch of pets, and I'm college educated. I'm happily married. I have 2 kids, but I write these really dark stories. And I think it's because of those things. And because I live in the real world, and in this world where you see and you hear on the news all these crazy things that happen. and these stories, and I've even had people that I know and friends even that have had, you know, wrong place, wrong time kind of things happen to them. And for me, being able to write about it, you know, I can make the bad guys pay, and I can write the story how I want it to end, and I can sort through kind of all my confusion and feelings about these bad things that happen in the world to good people, and I can kind of, you know, give it my own twist and my own ending. And maybe that makes me really weird. Like, tell me I'm not weird, right? Is that what you guys?
I don't think it's weird.
No, perfect.
But it's kind of like, you know, you get to write your own ending, and you get to serve justice, which is what I really like. And, you know, I don't write the kind of stories where, you know, it's all wrapped up in a tidy bow. I mean, I think my stories kind of end on, you know, the bad guys kind of get their due, but they don't always pay, maybe, or somebody dies, or, you know, I mean, it's not super neat endings, but it is a way that is kind of hopeful. And so it helps me sort through like all the junk around what's happening in the real world, and then I can put it on the page, and I can steer the story exactly the way I want to steer it, and serve up justice, and give my characters the endings that I think they deserve.
So when you talk about why, like, kind of making sense of the real world, is it specific stories that you're kind of focusing on when you start an idea or start a book, or is it more just the general badness in the world? If that makes sense.
Well, you know, and I think that of the three of us, we all kind of have like our shtick, right? And mine is, for some reason, like the husband-wife thing, the domestic suspense. And I typically land on the husband-wife thing because I think that, first of all, it's a very universally understood relationship, right? Even if you're not married, you kind of know what that relationship is about. You've been in, you know, a partnership relationship. And so, you know, it's a very intimate relationship. And then when things go sideways, or one partner is betrayed, or there's lies and secrets, you know, I think that there are a million ways that story can go. And so that fascinates me, and I typically land on those stories. But I'm not saying I'm always going to stay there, although, you know, my darling husband, I have one called Dear Wife. So, you know, this kind of has become my shtick. But you know, I love those domestic relationships, and I think.
So, I mean, do you talk to friends and then you listen in and say, "Oh, that'd be a great marriage story"? I mean, I guess if you're not ripping it from the headlines, you might be ripping it from the coffee shop.
Yeah, all the time. And, you know, you hear, yeah, you do. You hear about all these crazy situations, you know, and sometimes they just stick in my brain, and they, even without me thinking, oh, I'm going to write a story about that. And then next time I have to come up with a story, that's part of it. You know, I do that a lot. I bet you guys do too. I think every author does, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it comes from different places. I mean, that's why the question, like, why and kind of where in the world do you get your kind of source inspiration, I guess, that's really interesting to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. And I think that there are, you know, and that's the charm of the kind of stories that we write too, is like, there are people that live in the real world, or at least they feel real. And it's scenarios that could happen to any one of us, right? If you come in contact with the wrong person, or you marry the wrong person, or, you know, I mean, I think that for the readers, those are the kind of stories I like to read too, because I can really easily imagine myself in that place and in that story and think, oh my gosh, what would I do?
Right. Yes, it's terrifying home invasion stuff. I mean, terrifying. That's just really, like, that gets at the heart of, I mean, my next book, Somebody's Home, and that whole idea of your home not being safe or not being secure.
Right.
And there's something lurking right there. Terrifying.
Yes. Yeah, it is terrifying. That's the one place that's supposed to be safe always, right?
Right.
Exactly.
I know. And that's why my husband always says he sleeps with one eye open now, because he's like married
to you, and you know how to bury a body.
Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, I could take you out with any number of things, but that's for a later topic. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then I heard when you were answering earlier, the kind of the cathartic feeling that you get of kind of synthesizing it. And I explained that to my daughter once. I'm like, no, it feels really good to get this out, like the bad that you see and kind of making sense of it. But do you ever have things that like lurk with you from a story where, I don't know, it's something that makes you jump if you see it because it's something you wrote about and then all of a sudden you see it playing out?
Well, the home invasion thing is terrifying, right? And that is definitely something I think about a lot. And I did a lot of research around home security systems. And I'm thinking, oh, we need to up ours now, That's definitely something. I mean, because what do you do, right? Especially when you've got two small children. Like, how do you protect them and keep them alive while you're trying to keep yourself alive as well?
Right.
So I try not to think too much and too hard about that kind of scenario.
Yeah. Well, and I
Also with the marriage lie, I am on planes a lot, and that plot is about, a plane that goes down and her husband is maybe sort of on it. Even though he said he was going one way, he ended up going another way, and that is the plane that crashed. And so I don't know, if I think too much about that, it'll make me crazy too. I take a little Xanax on the planes.
Yeah, since your big book was on an airplane, I don't blame you. I've never written about one of those. I did read like Julie Clark's
Yes.
Oh, that was
on the
great.
plane. I'm like, why am I reading this on a plane? Yeah.
I know. It should come with a warning sticker, don't you think?
Yeah. Do not read on a plane. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I know. I love your plane thrillers too, Betty. It's just, not on a plane though. I've learned my lesson.
Right?
Yeah. I've learned my lesson. Heather, did you have a question?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, because you were talking about the security part of it, but with my darling husband, they really had a top of the line security system, and how, how that was supposed to make them feel safe and secure when, somebody had done their homework, and it wasn't quite the safe haven or the fortress that they thought they had. And I just thought it really added to the suspense of the story. And you think you do everything right, but
Yeah. And there's also the panic of the moment, right? So when she comes into the house, and every security system has, a code to turn it off, but you also have a secret code that you can say, help, I need police here, but it's a silent alarm.
Right.
But it's a different code, and she forgets it.
Yeah.
So then what?
Yeah. And when
you have this top of the line system, but then what?
Yeah, the human error. And also, with your book, and Publishers Weekly loved it. They said several well-placed twists deliciously shake up the plot, which moves smoothly along among the viewpoints of Jade, Cam, and the kidnapper. So Belle knows how to keep the pages turning. So they loved it. New York Times bestselling author Jocelyn Jackson loves it. She calls it riveting suspense, truly surprising revelations, and silky smooth writing make this one unmissable. So I completely agree with that. And, as I read it, I just found it so cinematic. Like, I could picture what was happening in the book, as I was reading, and the characters, and you just really just jump off the page. And I love how you did the point of view of Cam from an interview. So he's being interviewed after the fact by a journalist. And so you get this other, insights to the book as well. So that was part of one of the voices throughout the story, which was really, really a fun thing to read.
Yeah, thank you. And those interview chapters was something that came way later. I had written the whole story, and then I was like, it still needs like a little something, just something to. And there are maybe 10, and they're really short, but I just thought that would be something that would make it a little more interesting. So I threaded those in much later.
Yeah,
and that's like the classic question too. If we get off our killing question, is are you a pantser or a plotter?
I am a hardcore plotter. Yeah, I have a very specific roadmap that I follow, and not just the roadmap, but I also say, okay, well, here's the date I have to turn it in, and then I work backwards, and I have like, this is the day I have to write this chapter, this is the day I have to write this.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I'm
like
impressed.
The calendar and plot.
Yeah.
I need
I'm a
some
little-
tips. I need some tips.
Yeah, I'm a little
We'll talk.
OCD. I don't know if I would go all the way, but yeah, it helps me keep myself moving forward and, you know, accountable. It holds me accountable, even if it's really just me holding myself accountable.
Yeah. But it works.
That's great.
You're
It
writing
works.
great books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody has their different process, what works for them. And
Right.
we're so glad you have yours.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. All right. So I think that's a wrap in our killer question of the episode.
Right.
It's now time to move on to our next segment. You like how I'm trying to keep this organized? I'm the least organized person. Okay. So, now we're going to do, wait, it's Heather. You're gonna ask
So, you know, as I said, I just finished, loved it. Everybody needs to run out and pick it up. So good. But Kimberly, you know, as a thank you for everybody joining us here, she's going to give away 2 ebooks of My Darling Husband to 2 lucky winners. And all you have to do, we'll have one for Instagram, one winner for Facebook, but you need to answer a question. So if you were in on the live stream from the very beginning, this might be a little bit easier for you. But if you can name one of the 2 cities that Kimberly calls home, you will be in the running for a digital copy of My Darling Husband. So type your answer in the comments.
Type your comment.
And we will choose
Facebook and Instagram.
One winner. Yeah. So
from each platform. There you go. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes. Oh,
wait. Where'd she go? I got a winner.
okay. I don't know if the
Did it show up?
Instagram folks can hear us. So that's why I'm still not sure about the audio on Instagram. So they may have missed it. So we kind of talked about this also a little bit when we were talking about the killer cocktails. So what is one of the 2 cities that Kimberly calls home? Instagram folks, if you can drop that in the comments, that would be great.
I just hit it again. And Jermaine, you were quick to the draw over on Facebook. Jermaine's like, I'm in there.
We got it.
On there.
We got Judy.
I see answers on Instagram too, so they can hear us.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Great.
Okay, we've got our winners. So I will contact the winner from Instagram, Judy Pitts. Congratulations.
Yeah, and Jermaine Nicole Beck-Veal. We've got you down too. So we'll get in touch with you as well.
Great.
All right. Oh, the next section of our show. Okay, so do we have a visual for this one?
I don't think so.
Okay, never mind. You guys, we will next time. Just wait. Okay, This is a very exciting segment because it's the first of its kind. So anyway, as a thank you for joining us, Kimberly, congratulations. You survived the Killer Author Club. And to acknowledge your extraordinary feat, we are proud to award you the very first, very special I Survived the Killer Author Club badge.
Here it comes. You ready?
Okay, we got it.
We got it?
There it is. Yay.
Okay. All right. Please feel free to display it with pride on all of your social media outlets. You took a big risk being here, telling us about your killing ways. But as Patricia Highsmith famously said, honestly, I don't understand why people get so worked up about a little murder. Anyway, she wrote Strangers on the Train and Mountain Terrific. Okay, anyway. Anyway, thank you again, Kimberly, and congratulations on the first badge awarded.
Yeah, congratulations on another fabulous read. And thank you, everybody out there who joined us for the first full episode of the Killer Author Club. We will be back again in 2 weeks on Tuesday, January 18th at 9/8 Central with our very own Kara Ruda, who will be there to be with us to talk about the release of her newest thriller, Somebody's Home, which I got a chance to read too, and it's absolutely incredible. And Kara will talk about how she kills in her books, of course. And just like this evening, there will be killer cocktails and killer giveaways. So please join us in 2 weeks, and we'll be sure to send out some reminders as well. But thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks for being here, everybody.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.